Alright, I got my Kodiak cake mix. Stainless steel pancake. Oh no, you can't do that! It's gonna stick! Or is it? So, first time I've tried to do this with a camera in my hand. But the edges might stick a little bit at first. But smooth sailing pretty much after you cook the first one. And how do you do this? Let me show you. It did stick a little bit there, but it came out still looking great. So all you gotta do is actually just wipe this down. So it's basically because it's seasoned, right? I seasoned this by cooking butter in this all the freaking time. And actually I cooked a little bit of butter before doing this, and then that's a little bit of butter on this cloth that I used to wipe it out after I cooked the butter in it a little bit. And I'm gonna use this to wipe it down and get some of that stuff that would make it re-stick out of there, right? It's all cleaned up again, it's ready to cook another one. And the thing is, it's probably best if you went with like silver dollar size instead of full plate size pancakes, and it'll just work better that way. There we go, there's smaller ones, and yes, those are Lily's chocolate chips. There you go. Skip that non-stick stuff, you don't need it. This is better for you. It's even better than cast iron because you're not going to get large pieces of cast iron floating around in your body, which ain't no good for you, which is in a bunch of fortified foods. And as a matter of fact, is not in these buttermilk pancakes. And the more seasoned your stainless steel is, the more you cook butter and use oils to get that nice finish, the easier this is every single time. So this is actually still a relatively new stainless steels to us, new to us. So it's not at its optimal. If you're making chocolate chip pancakes like us, then yeah, every single time those little chocolate chips are going to leave little marks in the pan. So I just take it off the heat for a second, let it cool a little bit, and then wipe it down again. Yeah, this is the Kodiak Cakes. Buttermilk is what I prefer, just add water, but I actually add water and I add a little bit of vanilla extract and I add a little bit of egg yolks, so it's actually less than 4 carbs. Okay, so how do you clean one of these? A lot of the times people will have this stuff brown, nasty, burned on, caked on, or black, even worse, right, on this stainless steel. What you want to do is boil water, put it in there, and then use baking soda on there, and then you can use an SOS pad, a scrubber, anything you have to remove that. It takes a little bit of elbow grease, but I actually love my chainmail scraper. I can show you, I use that pretty often. So that's my chainmail scrubber. It still has bubbles in it from when I just scrubbed this to clean it up. So if you actually needed to deep scrub this like I just mentioned, then yeah, you may end up removing some of your seasoning, but guess what? It's really easy to add the seasoning back on. I will show you how to add seasoning to it. I've got this on medium heat right now. It's not quite warmed up, but just wait for it. Wait for it. So that should be nice and warmed up now. All I do, grab some butter, toss it in there. You don't have to use butter, you could use oil, but I would suggest like an avocado oil, something that's got a high cooking temp. Avocado or grapeseed is probably my favorite oils. Grapeseed could be really good for that. But here you go, this is what seasoning looks like. And since this was all I really did with that butter, just gently, nice, gentle seasoning. And yeah, higher up the side is also good to do. But this butter, I'm just going to toss it back in my butter dish because it don't matter. It's just melted butter. and it'll get back to room temperature and be just fine for when I want to use it next. So that's really all you got to do, guys. I actually kind of like polished that seasoning into it with, one of my cooking towels or whatever. And that way it kind of seals those pores and makes it nice. You also don't want to take this from being very hot to very cold, because then it'll start to get pitted and stuff. Which means there'll be literally little holes, little divots in here. And that's not good.